the light in the sky that conjures the blink, that transmits the heart, that foots the thrill where humanity thrives. It's the glow and go that propels the walk, that treads the start, that upends despair where lavender grows. It's the reminder, not the remainder, the being with doing, the tectonic shifts that rock a county and permit synaptic links. In the brain, on the land, where families farm hay and neurons in cells, along the fence, along the quiet, along the stream, along the chug, along the bottle, along the road, in places between spaces, breathed in nerves along the spine, in knowing the unknowable and nodding to a frame splintered, the road buckling vines bold in their grow. Be careful what you witches and ministering need and wanton claims linked to chains, linked to fecal mounds far from compost. What's near is far, and out of sigh may be close in mind. My body is nobody, is everybody, as backs find a front by the least of my worries becomes the heist of yours. Friend warts and rain, and inflated egos losing hold their flimsy that, or finesse wine to uncork. When I look toward you, I look liking love. When you look untoward, I face flee until blush centers heart, hara, to art joy, the call, rewilding, presence unwrapping everywhere on the floor, and table, matter, involves the drift, rip, sink, and heart on rise. Just. Just breathing. Just. Breathing. Follow me, you, us, and them. Turn toward, away, within, between. Skip in place, out of mind, in body. With cliff, suspicion, ebb, and glare. Put it out, on, diluted, and intensified. Impart self from parts on the shelf, calling yearnings back to surfacing beneath skin, emerging like a question forming in syllables excited by songs, by strum, and vibration. Avoid nothing when on to something. Persist with fingers pointing to pointless. Be still in motion. Move irreparable harm to heal and quicken cosmic connect to feral superfluity and full-throttled resonance. Survival depends on eating the plum saved for later. Don't apologize for beauty. Transmute the extinction of thought to nudge gladly, unblinded, a reimagining of context, content, outgoing, incoming, plenitude of love regardless of phrase, phase, climate, and epithelium. There is emptiness.
I want full.
There is want.
And wait.
There is reliable misinformation.
Pointing away from empathy.
A desiccated heart succumbs to blaze.
Without the carnality of poetry.
Read with eyes for the bone.
The mind strips the marrow.
There is care.
And less.
The disobedient world of refusal
Watches who denies dissent.
everything regrettable attempts.
In non-disclosure, disagreement.
I leave my remarks unremarkable.
Unless you say it isn't.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't do what I tell you.
You tell
Don't-
what I don't.
Don't tell me what to do.
You
do
tell
what I tell
what
you.
I
What to
don't-
do.
You tell what
Don't
I
do what I
don't.
tell you.
What?
Don't do what I tell you.
Close my mouth.
Close your mouth.
mouth the closing.
Connect to absence.
Blend with the issue.
Lack the lawless art.
Secretly, get it off.
Generally sound agreeable.
Rapidly impersonate a gathering.
You go.
I go.
Where?
You go.
I go.
Where?
You go.
I go.
Where?
Sigh, ache, pull.
Into tissue.
Informal sounds.
Sigh,
sounds.
ache,
Tissue.
pull.
We are distinct units.
We are untied. We are spared. Forage.
For age.
Or,
Forage.
For age.
or,
Forage.
For age.
or,
Teach me to depend on myself.
Teach me to depend on a self.
reach in.
What position do you suggest?
Which teeth guarantee rhythm?
Whose question tempts?
Close.
Form.
Urge.
Close.
Form.
Urge.
Success depends.
Love depends.
Depending on.
Nine doors and a gate. Mind of mine, mind of mine, mud of mind. Mind of mud, drum of mine, mind of mud, drum of mind. Drum of mine, drum of mine. Drum, drum, mind drum. 9 minds, 9 doors, a gate. 9 doors, drum of mine, 9 doors, drum mine. A gate, a fool's view. Step, step, view step. 9 of mind have passed, 9 of mind. Pass, pass into view, pass, pass into view. Mind of mind, mind drum. Drum, drum of mind. 9 gates to the door, 9 gates. 8 fates gone before, 8 fates gone before. Again, drum, drum, step by step. Out-minded outdoors. Agape mind, unmighting mind. Out-minded, out-gated, out-minded outdoors. Agape mind, unmudding mind. 9 doors and a gate. Mind of mind, mud of mind, a mud of mind. Mind of mud, drum of mind, mind of mud, drum of mind. Drum of mind, drum of mind. Drum, drum, mind drum. 9 minds, 9 doors, a gate. 9 doors, drum mine, 9 doors, drum mine. A gate, a fool's view. Step, step, you step. 9 of mine have passed, 9 of mine. Pass, pass into view, pass, pass into view. Mind of mind, mind drum. Drum, drum of mind. 9 gates to the door, 9 gates. 8 fates gone before, 8 fates gone before. Again, drum, drum, step by step. Out-minded, out-gated outdoors. Agape mind, unmudding mind. Out-minded, out-gated, out-minded outdoors. Agape mind, unmudding mind.
suppose you do want to change your life, but your body refuses to listen and walks out the door. Suppose it gave you the look that latches onto unlucky, and you're afraid to open your mouth, but you do so anyway. Suppose you hollered for it to come back, but you hear the garage door open and the ignition turn on. Suppose you run after your body and you watch it drive away. Suppose you try to go in for a drink, but you can't because the door locked behind you and you don't have the key. Suppose you feel left behind, left out as unwanted spaghetti. Suppose it was your body that brought up wanting to change, and you were initially opposed.
Suppose it was your body numbing your fingers and toes, but you hadn't noticed because feelings, like board games, aren't your thing. Suppose your body insisted by keeping you awake night after night and you mistakenly bought a mattress and pillow, whereas stretching and strengthening were free. Suppose you were less possessive and jealous. Suppose you don't compare your weight and tone with your neighbors. Suppose when it wanted water, you poured a glass, and it wanted to walk, you tied your shoes, and when it tired, you permitted rest. Suppose your body was less an object and more an enjoyment, like kayaking. Suppose that when you entered the room together, you entered together, and when you're ready to depart, you depart left in sync.
Suppose that when you argued differences, no one tried to convince or control. Suppose there was never a question without answer, never a desire without its release, movement predictable like tides. Suppose you never needed to go to court to disprove guilt, nor get a degree to justify worth. Suppose that when you walked in the meadow walked with you, and when you reached the willows grazed you. Suppose there was enough honey for bread and amity instead of war. Suppose you go back in time without time and dream of belonging where you belong with this breath, pain, hunger, and relief. Nothing as it is supposed to be, but exactly as you imagined, had you imagined. Suppose this is your body returning, or never having left, every hair, pore, and scab, you at the threshold of falling into a love letter, inked in the light and shadow of skin.
This is not poetry. This is space. Suggesting poetry. When everything else contradicts what poetry says it is. This
she, he, mean, me, you, her,
he,
well, best. He, we, forever,
she,
next, seeming.
Best.
Whenever I, you, together, alone, sit down,
whenever I,
Together.
you,
I,
together,
you, like, want, need, forget it.
forget it.
Remember,
Why?
to pleasure, pain, sit, sneeze. Okay,
Pleasure.
forgot the reminder. For him,
Pleasure.
we said it again. Never.
Forgot.
We.
In plain Baroque, in a stained shirt sleeve and a painted patina. They,
Painted.
we, our, saw blindly.
They, we, our.
The smirk and markdown. They, we,
Smirk.
recall forgetting.
Forgetting.
We, you, synonymous, embrace.
We.
My
Recall,
diet
forgetting.
gorges on you, them, then, next.
Forages.
My
diet.
sight slided near or forestry, tapestry of amaze, meant for
Slighted.
viewing. When, now, later, feel
When,
me,
now,
Forestry.
later.
caress the strike of a pose, pleasurably inciting heat. Burn,
Pose.
desperation quieted as dripping sap.
Quiet.
Speak,
Dripping.
holler, listen to no one, me. Listen.
No one.
Listen to this hold released as panther lick and howl hoot.
Listen.
Release.
Press ever so delightfully, lunging straight to the twist of the
Press
narrow
ever so delightfully.
expanse. Remember
Twist.
what hesitation betrayed. Remember the tray spilled upright and us,
Remember.
Remember.
they, licking the sponge. Never.
Us.
Just
They.
like we did when we didn't.
Sponge.
Just like
Never.
didn't does on Sundays and windy afternoons when rain pelts the tent canvas and trees drip with dew.
Windy afternoons. Trees drip with dew.
I, them,
Drip.
offer breath, currently passing, currently squelched,
Breath.
opening like a daisy, such floral devastation, breach of trust.
Opening like a daisy.
Devastation.
But honestly, he, her, lies together, united in limbs
Lies.
and branches
He,
pruned,
her, lies
and
together.
ripe fruits for pluck.
Limbs
verve.
and branches.
Pluck.
Squeeze him, her, yet I offer what they have. They give away what I don't.
I
We
offer.
believe nothing, always in deep prayer,
Believe.
pleading for remembering the salient touch, the heat cooled, the cry,
Deep.
burning, flesh to arise. We sit, yes, while
Heat
standing for our inner life,
Flesh.
that
We sit,
vacuous
yes.
abundance, this clearly vague, that this, for those
Vague.
less often, frequently forbidden, or simply lost,
Simply
on the way.
lost on the way.
They.
way out in. All the way stopped.
In.
Way.
A lush velvet strip bare to stripes and polka dances. Such
Stripped bare to
Dances.
stripes
Loud.
and polka dances.
quietude, humble brazenry, and
Loud
spiced,
quietude.
Humble.
spiced noodles. We, you, delight in the feast,
Spice noodles.
We.
their appetites appeased ceaselessly.
Delight in the feast.
When,
Appetites.
now, later. I want
When,
you, them,
Want.
now,
we.
later.
I want sleep, dream, wake
Sleep.
up. They leave alone with them. We can't stand to sit still.
We
We're
can't stand to
still-
sit still.
We're still moving, nowhere. They seem to know everything about nothing that
Want.
matters. Your formula,
Still moving
Is rash.
everywhere.
Formula.
his, her rash
Rash.
is itchy. makes me
His harash is
you
itchy.
dissolve in tears,
Rash.
floors us with your sky. Adore us with scornful admonishments
With your sky.
Adore.
of nothing.
Scornful
Bleed the silence of this
admonishments.
azure sky. Save us to let go this captivity for details
Save.
that mean little more than less
Mean.
measurable.
Captivity for details.
You touch me deeply on the surface,
Adore us.
and I'll not have you do it again,
Touch.
and again,
Touch
and again,
me.
and again. When?
Deeply.
Today? Not then, yes,
When?
by extremes, not by the tree inside this outrageousness.
Again and again.
Pick, sting, peel, stick your heel in mine.
Stick.
These thoughts are
Heel.
few
In your
and
heel.
far. Those links connect my intimacies
Thoughts.
Links.
to delicate wings
Few.
that fly far,
Far.
nearly missing you.
Fly.
Can we?
Delicate wings.
Have we?
He.
Do? Don't? They?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, let's go. Yes, let go. It goes without saying, in one here and outer other. What?
It goes without saying, in one here and outer other. One tale ends.
One tale ends as another page takes the lead.
One tale ends as another page takes the lead.
One tale ends as another.
Page takes the lead.
What's next doesn't.
What comes between us?
What's next doesn't push for.
What comes between us is where we part our hair and
What's next doesn't push for.
I'm reluctant to mention follicles.
Push for conjunctions or wait until a new moon. What comes.
Wait until a new moon. There's nothing I wouldn't repeat.
What comes between us is where we part our hair
There's
and
nothing
where
I wouldn't repeat. So
there's what comes between us is
What comes between us is where we part our hair and where tease meets.
what comes between us is where we part our hair and where tease meets the bold.
Although I'm reluctant to mention follicles, there's nothing I wouldn't repeat.
there's nothing I wouldn't repeat and will say.
There's nothing I wouldn't repeat.
Although I'm reluctant to mention follicles, there's nothing I wouldn't repeat, and I will say the unsayable.
Unmuffling drafts a song.
What comes between us is where we part our hair and where tease meets the bold. Although I'm reluctant.
Ha ha! There's nothing I wouldn't repeat.
I'm reluctant to mention follicles.
At least a hum. There's
nothing I wouldn't repeat.
A muffling drafts, a song, at least a hum.
There's nothing I wouldn't repeat, and will say the unsayable.
There is only between you and me, so let's give it a go.
I'm reluctant to mention follicles.
and dominance. may hold.
There's nothing I wouldn't repeat, and will say
Oh, there's only between you and me, so let's give it a go, because there's nothing I wouldn't repeat.
Dominance may hold us.
unmuffling drafts, a song, at least a hum. This is only
between you and me, so let's give it a go. Dominance may hold.
But we're back online.
unmuffling drafts, a song, at least a hum. This is only between you and me.
Me? There's nothing I wouldn't repeat. Unmuffling drafts, a song, at least a hum.
Dominance may hold.
This is only between you and me. So
Us brackish, but we're back online.
So let's give it a go. Dominance may hold us brackish.
But we're back online.
Dominance may hold us brackish, but we're back online.
Full-throated.
Resisting the path is a path.
Path is a path.
Resisting.
Insisting the path is a path.
Path is a path.
Insisting.
Palpating a knot in the belly is a path. I will not
Is a
say
Palpating.
what guides you in deference to what guides you despite misgivings.
Guides.
Burned before, I would rather you extinguish fires.
Distinguish
I know
fires.
what you're thinking is thought.
I know what you're thinking.
Pushing away thought is a thought. If you want to expel,
Is a thought.
I'll get out of the way. Getting out of the way, like getting in the way,
Getting.
is a way.
Is a
Meet
way.
choice head on or belly first. My tongue twists
on
less than your
first.
misdirections.
Belly first.
But that's me being derelict with inflections. No harm intended.
Harm.
Intended.
Saying what can't be said is hearsay.
What
Saying.
can be said.
Refusing
What
to
can't be
say is an admonition of guilt. You can't have it both ways
Admonition.
unless both ways take hold, and then you might as well stay for the night.
Can't have it both ways.
Stay.
Listen to the inner voice and witness the
Listen.
childlike gaze follow you around
Inner.
the room.
Voice.
There's light, of course, but
Childlike
open
gaze.
eyes and dreams
Light.
strain logic and requires
Open eyes.
preparation, like meditating on the ah,
Meditating.
the o, and the awe. Every word would like a word with you.
Every word.
Gather adverbs selectively. Consider replacements, blanks,
Consider.
and hold off for a vagal pause.